to get future.
Now our play has taken you into the rainforest. Part of the play is taken from the book The Great Kapok Tree. In the Amazon rainforest, it is always hot. And in the heat, everything grows and grows and grows. And the tops of the trees in the rainforest are called the canopy and the emergent layer. This is the sunny place that touches the sky. The animals that live there like lots of light. Colorful parrots fly from tree to tree. Monkeys leap from branch to branch. The bottom of the rainforest is called the understory, and where it's dark, there are silent snakes curl around hanging vines. Graceful jaguars watch and wait. And in the steaming environment, the great kapok tree shoots up through the forest and rises above the canopy. This is a story of a community of animals that live in one such tree in the rainforest. But first there seems to be a problem. Let's listen in. family and the cause and how to stop the destruction. They receive a surprise. The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. Before he knew it, the heat and hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. A boa constrictor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the two snakes slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear. Senor, this tree is a tree of miracles. It is my home, where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down. A bee buzzed in the sleeping man's ear.
Senor, my hive is in this kapok tree, and I fly from tree to tree and flower to flower, collecting pollen. In this way, I pollinate the trees and the flowers throughout the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another.
A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man. A toucan.
No, we have seen no way the man. Crops down one tree, they come back for another and another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will be washed away, and the forest will become a desert.
A toucan, a macaw, and a cock of the rock flew down from the canopy.
Senor, you must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens once you begin to chop down the trees. Many people settle on the land. They set fire to clear the underbrush, and soon the forest disappears, where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain.
A bright and small tree frog crawled along the edge of a leaf. In a squeaky voice, he piped in the man's ear.
Senor, a rolling rainforest means ruined lives, many ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless if you cut down this great kapok tree.
A jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of a tree. And because his spotted coat blended into the light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him. Now he leaped down and padded silently over to the sleeping man. He growled in his ear.
Senor, the kapok tree is home to many birds and owls. If you cut down, where will I find my dinner?
3 tree porcupines swung down from branch to branch and whispered to the man.
Senor, do you know what we animals and humans need in order to live? Oxygen. And Senor, do you know what trees produce?
Oxygen. If you cut down the forest, you'll destroy that which gives us all life. Several anteaters climbed down the kapok tree with their young clinging to their backs. The anteater said to the sleeping man,
Senor, you're chopping down this tree. No thought for the future, and surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends on what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down a beautiful tree. He does not think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in a world without trees.
a three-toed sloth had begun coming down from the canopy when the men first appeared. Only now did she reach the ground, flying ever so slowly over to the sleeping man. She spoke in her deep and lazy voice.
Senor, how much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes?
A child from the Yanomami tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man and murmured in his ear,
Senor, when you awake, please look upon us all with new eyes.
The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him staring were the creatures who depended upon the great kapok tree. What wondrous and rare creatures they were. The man saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of bright light sprinkled like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. He felt the steaming mist rising from the forest floor, but he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. He thought about all the things we get from the forest floor. He thought about how
The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm and threw to strike the tree. Suddenly he stopped. He turned and looked at all the animals and the child. He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and walked out of the rainforest. Now he realizes what the problem is. Do you? told you about how the animals feel about what is happening to the rainforest. Now we want to hear from you. I want you to write about how you feel about the rainforest and what you think can be done to save it. Your teachers will have a form for you to write a short essay about this. Please write down your ideas. We will choose the best ones and select 2 winners on Earth Day. These winners will receive a prize. Let's all keep our world beautiful and find ways to preserve the rainforest. We will end our program with a song called A Beautiful Morning, written by Eddie Bergotti.